Actually, not that one, by the way. This one. Boo. Moo moo buffalo. My mic's off, right? I've been pretty embarrassing. Oh, and it's not off. Hey everyone, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far today. Sorry it took me a second here, I'm just updating something. Alright. Hi everyone. Look, it's my face. Welcome in, Pickle Rick. Congrats on being the first to arrive. Hi, Qualitated. I don't know if what you intended with calling me that, but please don't use that name. That's a name I don't want to be used. Purple Espresso, welcome in. Sorry you'll only be here for a short time, but it's lovely to see you. Amanda, hello. Hi, Gothel. Hi, Brittany. Thank you so much. Let me give you a shout out. If you all don't know Brittany, Brittany is a lovely streamer here on Twitch, and you should absolutely follow Brittany if you're not already doing so. Anyways, I think we got some Stardew we could be playing. Let's jump on in. Hope everyone had a good day so far. I'm very happy it is Friday. Hi, Surrounded Inside. Hope you're doing well today. There we go. That took quite a while to get started. Alright, welcome to year 69, everyone. It is Friday. Oh my gosh. We get a whole weekend to chillax. Excited. Today was my Monday. Oh no. I'm sorry, Brittany. I forgot your schedule's all wonky. Goody money number also, yeah. We were trying to get it to do the 69, 69, 69, 69 thing again. But I've been a little lazy on that. I could probably get it just by selling a few things, but I am 900,000 short now, so it would take a little bit of effort. Yeah, the first one, I guess, is the important one. You're right, Purple. Alright, back onto the island. Whew. I feel like I was really tired yesterday and kind of just overwhelmed. So hopefully we'll do a little better today. I barely even finished a month yesterday in like 3 hours. I did like a month and a half and that was it. I think it was mostly the overwhelmness. Hi, Eathead, welcome in. It's going really well. Hope you're doing good today. Hi, Crafty, welcome in. Nice stack check. I totally forgot to start bingo, but I'll count that one. We'll go ahead and make sure to do the 900 plus stack check there. Hope you're doing well today. Gothel, I'm glad it's Friday. I'm going home to see my parents this weekend. Our hometown's High School Musical is putting on Into the Woods with one of my favorite musicals. That's really exciting. Were you in theater when you were in high school, or are you just a big fan of musicals? I guess you can do both. How close are... Now, close on the shrimp. Yes. Oh, how close on the shrimp. I read it right the first time on accident. We're pretty close. I think the end of this year, maybe? Might be a little longer. Might be sometime in spring next year. It's like 2.5 years total. And I think it's been like a year and a month. So another year won't quite get it. Hi, Benet. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Let's get on in here. Nope, nope. Noct, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome in. Noct, welcome back to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing for the 4th month. Welcome in, Noct. Thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome back to the stack. Oh, you subscribed for 4... Wait. Oh, I see. I understand how it works now. Okay. Sometimes those messages aren't very clear. big into theater and choir, so I'm really excited. Oh, that's so cool. I feel like I wasn't really into theater until... Actually, it was a little earlier than Hamilton came out. I saw like the high school I was working at the time did Les Mis, and it was wonderful. I'm like, oh, is that what theater's like? I knew a little bit about it before, but I was really impressed by it. And then I got to see Les Mis actually, as well as Hamilton recently, and yeah, it's really good. Shame about that stack check, Dan. Wait, is that prime? I don't think it is. No, that's divisible by 9. It adds to 9, rather. Aw, thank you, Leah. It's raining, though. It was downright spring a few days ago, and then now it's cold again. I think we hit, like... I think it was, like, 70 degrees for, like, one day. It was kind of crazy. And then immediately thunderstormed. Oh, the most extravagant hat? I'm sorry, Noct. Which one is that? You gotta tell me. I'm not informed enough to know that. We will definitely hat the horse, though. My high school was one of, if not the first, to do something rotten, but canceled because of COVID. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate. Do you have all the hats? I have most of them. There's a few I don't. I don't have Emily's. I don't have the mushroom cap. Most of the other ones I could just get if I need them. I think I'm missing like maybe 4 in total. Some of them have to be tailored, but I have the items to tailor them. I just haven't bothered. That's a word. I mean, like, the most outrageous hat. But, like, I need you to tell me which one. Otherwise, I don't know what to put. You want me to pick? Is that what you're getting at? Just pick the most outrageous one? Elegant Turban's pretty outrageous. Maybe. We'll definitely get a hat on the horse, though. Just pick big hat. Okay, we will go with big hat. Top hat's pretty big. I think Elegant Turban might be the most extravagant hat. I've got it somewhere. There it is. Ooh, Concerned Ape hat? Okay, we'll do that one then. Question mark, question mark, question mark hat. Definitely the most extravagant hat. Horse is lovely. Yeah, Elegant Turban and Concerned Ape hat are basically the same hat. In terms of how you get them. Well, you need Perfection for the Concerned Ape one. I guess for the other ones you need, for Elegant Turban, you don't quite need Perfection, but you need all achievements, which is pretty close. In some ways it's harder, because there's a few achievements you don't need Perfection that you need for the Elegant Turban. Alright, I think that's all we needed to do today. Let's get some sleep. Got distracted by the CA head. Let's keep on moving. Yeah, nothing out of game, but there's polyculture, monoculture. Those two aren't too bad. Poly's a bit tough. But then there's also like the help wanted quests. Where are they? There's get 10 million, which you need to do anyways for Perfection. Oh yes, the help wanted quests. You need to do 40 of them. That's something you don't have to do. Poly and monoculture. I thought there was one where you had to do like 100 help wanted quests. I guess not. Yeah, so it's just those two. No, Fector's Challenge is not included in that achievement. It's only in-game achievements. So basically things that appear in this collection here. You have to fill this out. There's no actual achievement for Perfection in here. Nor on Steam, for that matter. But almost all of these, but I think 5 are required for Perfection. Maybe it's... Maybe it's just the 4. 10 help wanted and 40 help wanted. And then mono and polyculture. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, purple. I remember doing that as well. That was when I started my challenge. I finished everything else, including all those challenges there. All those achievements, I should say, there. And then I was like, well, what else is there to do? One, two, three. Alright, we go to sleep. Yeah, that was everything I needed to do. That was everything I needed to do. Man, I wish I could talk. When I get to the end of the week like this, my brain is just so scattered. No way. I'm gonna try and make sure I'm opening my mouth all the way when I'm talking. That's usually how words slip away from me. I get lazy, and I try to mumble. You changed the fish pond setup. Did I? Not for a while. If you mean just the reason that it looks like this, Merc, with all the spacing, notice how the diagonals have everything the same on them. That's basically why I've done it. I don't have to collect from every pond. I only have to collect from the ones that have the things I need, which saves a lot of time. So this setup makes it so that all the diagonals have the same thing on them if you have the same type of fish in them. Hope you're doing well today, by the way, Merc. Good. I love randomness. Well, you're gonna love 1.6 then. Because it's all going bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. Unless you use Legacy RNG, and then you can have it back. Hi, Plush. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. The game will more accurately approximate real randomness in 1.6. Then again, real randomness probably isn't technically a thing. Unless you're using quantum particles or something. Alright, we got all that done. How's our fishies? Whoops. I said fishies and not animals. Fishies are animals though, right? Fancy science talk. I use the word quantum once and I lose half my audience. Look at that nice horsey. Doodly-doo. Is that Prime? That might be Prime. Fish are animals, right? Are they not? Are fish animals?
According to Wikipedia, a fish is an aquatic, gill-bearing vertebrate animal with swimming
Yeah,
fins.
nailed it. Okay. Said animal. I was gonna check the primeness. Is 349 prime?
According to QMath,
It is
yes.
a prime number. Very good, Plush Marionette. Let's pop up the bingo thing and drop a prime stack check on there. I've had someone tell me humans aren't mammals. Well, haven't they heard the song? You and me, babe, aren't nothing but mammals, so let's do it how they do on the Discovery Channel. Hi, welcome in. Carrie, I hope you're doing well. That song. Oh, that was random singing, wasn't it? I should probably mark that, huh? To be fair, it wasn't random. I was referencing it, but we'll count that as random. What the bagel song? That's not a bagel song. Is it? I don't know. Oh, is that the name of the band? I couldn't tell you who it was. Hope you're doing well, by the way, Carrie. We got a T-set, yep. Last stream at the end, we got one. I think Kent gave it to us. We get Kent a lot, it feels like. Hi, Band Slam. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, man. There's, like, a few things I should do now that I have, like, the ability to do them. One of them is I can change the names of my emotes. Or, like, the starting part. Because right now it's, like, the Al 8 or something like that. Oh, that's supposed to be a G, but I should be able to make it, like, Algo something. Now that I'm a partner. I think that's how it works. I might have to look up how to do it. I was looking the other day and I couldn't find it anywhere. Kent is great, sending you bombs. You say that, possibly sarcastically, but of the things you get in the mail in this game, bombs are one of the more useful things. Unless you're like speedrunning. Then there's other better mail gifts, but... Hi, Atomic Spoonie. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. So, for whatever reason, 7TV doesn't proc when I'm in my stream manager. So whenever I see those emotes, it's just like the name, the words. It's always funny to me. Doing good. Glad to hear it. I'm doing pretty good myself. Things at work today didn't go, like, super how I wanted them to go, but that's pretty typical for a Friday. The students are very unwieldy, but a lot of it was my fault too, which is very annoying. I didn't, like, some of them had a quiz today, and it was not, some of the questions were too hard, and I had to kind of, like, exempt them afterwards, because I didn't realize how hard they would be. And at least one of the questions was, like, unsolvable. And just, like, I can't believe I did that. I checked them. I just somehow, like, brought in knowledge that I had planned to put in the question. Hi, Anna. Welcome in. Oh, my gosh, Anna. Nice stack check. We already have a 900 plus, unfortunately. But still, really nice. Can you focus on the stream? All right, I can focus on the stream now. I was having... Today was finishing watching... Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. 2:14:26 game time is impressive. Oh, that's no PB though, right? I was watching the end of it, but then I had to start stream TJ. Awesome to hear that he clutched it though. Even if it's not like fully a PB. Oh, that is a world record? Dang, he was like 2 minutes behind when I last saw it. Maybe he was more ahead than I thought. The pig was nice. I left right before the pig was nice. The reason I didn't think it was a world record is you seemed less excited about it than I thought. I thought you would be. You're just like, yeah, that's impressive. Like, he forgot wood. It always happens. What's your favorite part of science to teach? I like manipulating equations a lot. It's less that it's like my favorite part, and it's just like the thing I'm best at. It's like how my brain works is a lot of manipulating equations. So I get really excited about it. The students don't like it so much, unfortunately. How's my inventory? It's fine. Hey, it's like Amarask? Amarask? I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far today. Didn't want to distract you. Oh, no, you're fine. In general, though, just scientific thinking I think is so cool. And I think it's very important as well. How's this doing, by the way? 261. I love math, yeah. I like math and I love physics. They do kind of go hand in hand, to be fair. It's impossible to do physics without math. But also, we do math a little different than you do in regular math. Or at least high-level math. It's caviar day. I tried physics, but I ended up crying. It can be very tough, especially if it's not something you're used to. The hardest part of physics by far is setting up the problem. You'll be given a problem and you have to figure out the things that you know, the thing that you're trying to get, and a path to get there. But once you figure out how to, I mean, that's my favorite part, to be fair. It's like figuring out what is that path. It's like a problem solving sort of thing, right? How am I gonna get to the point I want to get to? And you have to like use all your knowledge of the problem, like everything you know in physics, and just like be able to figure out what the problem is asking you to do. I know. Personally, I find it very fun. I understand that people don't distaste for word problems. Oh, word problems are so cool, though. I did not mean to go here. Miss Meliss, congrats on your crazy stream streak. 30? Dang. Alright, let me pop up the 7+ stream streak real quick. For the bingo, thank you. Oh, that reminds me, we still have to do the jungle. I forgot to do it last time. We're learning quadratics in college and it's hard, but I'm enjoying it. Like the quadratic formula? Hi, Jazz. Welcome in. Oh my gosh, Onion. Call me baby girl. No, you. Did I put my pan away, I guess. I don't remember doing that. There we go. It's pre-calc. Okay, so probably the dividing quadratics. Oh, like long division? Like equation long division? I guess this goes here, huh? Gosh, it's been so long since I've done that. Yeah, it's polynomial division. That makes sense. I could probably do it with like a quick reminder, but I don't think I could do it right now. I just got back from seeing Dune 2, life-changing. No spoilers, please. Well, I guess I know what happens, but the movie probably changed things, so don't spoil it if you can. I'm planning on going to see it as soon as I can. My friends want to, and then they're like, but we can't go this weekend. And I'm like, but that's when I want to go. I teach it, I'm a private tutor. Interestingly, like, we don't use it in high school physics at all. There's probably a way we could, but it just never really comes up. Egg. Hi, Marshmallows. Welcome in. Sorry I missed your thingy until now. Hi, Spark. Hello. Daddy's home. Onion, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Spark, can you shout out Onion for me? Onion's a wonderful streamer here on Twitch and deserves recognition. Currently the world's biggest Haikyuu fan. Uh-oh. I don't like the devil horns. Oh, that's a legit shout out. I was expecting something. Didn't watch Haikyuu, really mad. Oh, do we not have really mad? We should talk to Sapling about that. My husband insists on seeing on IMAX, so we're going at 10 p.m., which is kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. I want to see it in IMAX. Honestly, I might just go tomorrow. A dentist appointment? How long do dentist appointments take? I think Onion is implying that the brother is a liar and a scoundrel. Hi, Bruce. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Bruce? It says Bruce winless, but I think Bruce has won every game of... Oh no, how do you say the name of this stupid game? Balatro? Balatro, right? That I've seen you play, so there we go. I've only seen you play one, but I think you won it. I can't remember. I might be lying. If you know Bruce, by the way. If you don't know Bruce, Bruce is an amazing streamer. You should absolutely be following them. Ooh. 70mm film. Nice. All the shout outs. Well, yeah. There's a lot of cool streamers on Twitch. You should check them all out. Yeah, it's just really chill. Well, chill is probably the wrong word. It really appeals to that number go up, feel good feeling that you get. They really tapped into that potential. Bruise, injury, sport, Haikyuu. Your brain is an enigma. Onion. Yeah, it really is, Bruce. It's dangerous. I stayed up too late, like 3 times this week. Just because I wanted to start another run, and then it went for like an hour. Like, time, you don't realize how fast time is going when you're playing that game. It's like, I'm on ante 9, or I'm sorry, I'm on like ante 7 or something, and I realize it's been like 2 hours since I started. Like, how did that even happen? Hieroglyph voucher, adding another 40 minutes to my run. Oh man, I haven't even started going for achievements yet either. I got a really rare one, I think. I should be able to check it. It's not gonna pop up, is it? I got one that like no one has. It's called ROI. Buy 5 vouchers by the end of Ante 4. Okay, 6% of people have it. I thought it was like 2 last time I checked. I'm still missing like 20 achievements though. Oh, I see. It's like, what the heck happened? Oh, wow. If you go for that one doesn't seem too bad, though. I honestly don't think that the wild cards are that useful. That's like one of my least favorite tarots. Like, it's pretty useful if you're going for flushes, but even then, like, I'd rather just have the suit. Oops, wrong one. And, like, put something else on the card. I found that out, like, fairly recently when I was playing. I was like, why am I using this one? Like, I'd rather just focus on trying to get other things on my cards. The malt one is so good. If you get malt on a bunch of cards. At least I find it good. Maybe I don't know how to play it. Okay, we're almost done putting the shrimp through the preserver. The iron one, or silver? Is it silver or iron? I feel like I've heard people say different things. I just might forget. That one's really good as well, but it requires you to like leave them in your hand, which is hard to do sometimes. So you want to put it on a card you want to keep in your hand. I guess it would be best to put a planet stamp on that too. It's amazing how much like customization the game has in terms of your deck. What's your favorite Joker, Bruce? Or do you have one? Of the ones you've gotten so far. Congrats on finishing your homework, Spark. That's so awesome. Stop giving me trash. I think my favorite Joker is the trading card one. It just like so strongly allows you to build a deck if you get it early. You can just remove everything. Oh my gosh, Magnolia, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Magnolia? Magnolia is a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. Hi, Nixtro. Why did you change your fish pond arrangement? It's the second time we've gotten that question today. And my answer is I changed my fish pond arrangement like 3 months ago. But it's because of how it works. So basically everything on the diagonal, it'll be easier to show when I get back to the farm, Nixtro. But the diagonals are all the same thing because of how the RNG in Stardew works. Pet the onion. Onion, you are depriving yourself of high Q. Is it really worth it to do that? Just because your brother wants to watch it with you? I'd watch it twice, personally. Oh, you are mistaken. Yeah, it's like the clay. So see how there's a bunch of trash here? I don't need trash, so I don't need to collect it. So it saves me a bunch of time every day. Because I don't need to collect from every pond. You're forcing your brother to watch it with you. I see, I see. Congratulations, Amanda. You get one every day. Well, once you get perfection, I think there's less concern about balance. Eventually, you'll get one for every day as well. Still working on the shrimp row? Yes, we are. It's been a little bit since I streamed yesterday, but there was like a whole 3 days before that. Well, it was more than that. It was like 5 days before that since I streamed last. And we didn't finish very much yesterday. I got a little distracted by the everything going on. So today we're going to really try and keep things moving here. Onion, you can also force me to watch it with you. I would do that in a heartbeat. I want to watch Haikyuu. Again. For the 50th time. Alright, spring onion goes in here. Mushrooms go in here. We can do it when I'm done with my current rewatch. I do not blame you at all. I like your channel. Thank you so much for the 30 stream streak. Oh, I'm down for that one, actually, Onion. That sounds awesome. We can do like an anime watch club. I'm sure other people would want to watch it too. I've been wanting to do a full rewatch of Mob Psycho for a little bit now. Attack on Titan 2, but I want to let that one sit for a little bit longer. It's basically time for the festival here. Maybe over the summer I'll do a full rewatch of Attack on Titan. Well, we shouldn't call it a club, and like we'll call it a one-time get-together, and then if it keeps happening, we can call it a club after that. I think that's the problem. We're trying too hard to make it a thing. Just let it sit, and it might become a thing. You honestly should, TJ. It's probably one of my favorite shows. I need a rewatch to make sure, but I think I'm gonna give it a 10 when I'm finally done with it all. really good. I'm glad it all got animated. It's on my list. Yeah, for me, Attack on Titan was just like a big part of... I guess it wasn't like a big part of my life, but it was definitely a big part of like my anime watching career. Because it came out like 2 years after I started watching anime, and it lasted like 10. So it's like most of the time since I've started watching anime, Attack on Titan has been airing. I just kind of want to rewatch it to put like the whole thing in context again, because I didn't do a rewatch before the final part, even though I probably should have. All right, where are we going here? Ah, I remember now. That's totally fair, TJ. Yeah, Attack on Titan does not shy away from being a serious show. It also doesn't shy away from being a silly show sometimes too, which I always found really interesting. Alright, there goes the Egg Festival. Made some progress. Leah. What am I gonna do with this girl? That is so blue, Leah. That is so blue. It was so blue. Alright, we're good. Getting masochistic. I mean, that was the only way he was gonna live. But I could definitely see that, yeah. It was very blue onion. Abadi dabadai. My wife and children. I'll be honest with you, Onion, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Was that like Reagan and Mom? Oh man. Reagan's so incredible. I feel like it's a sign, it's a really good, like a really amazing sign of a writer that can make you like Reagan right off the bat, even though you know exactly who he is. Just incredible character writing. You're like, this guy's a total sleazeball, and you're like, but I love him. I was wrong. Well, he feels like a bit of a joke character at first, and he kind of is. I mean, he remains kind of a joke character the whole series, but he's just so endearing. But he's also a mentor, and... gosh, he's everything. Panda, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. When did I start doing that? I've started, like, making my today into a today. I don't know if that's good or not. That was the mother of my children, Your Honor. How was I not already following? Sometimes, like, you accidentally unfollow. I don't know how to explain it. And I feel like some people have just gotten randomly unfollowed before, so it's possible, Panda. Probably started today. It's like the thing that frogs do in swamps. They go doop, doop. Oh, I was supposed to do the frogs today. I forgot. Chat, remind me to do frogs tomorrow. Post in the chat, do the frogs, you imbecile. You actual imbecile. I cannot believe you forgot again. Do the frogs. Wait. Okay, I guess that's most of them anyways. Frog Tuesdays. Hi, Icy Diamonds. Welcome in. And Ozzy, welcome in as well. I feel so slow. Oh, I keep forgetting about the blueberries. I should probably blueberry up. Aw, thank you, Gothel. And then say, I can't believe you've done this when I eventually forget. Don't forget the frogs, you imbecile. Hi, Neko Lizzie. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing it again today. And Spike Princess, you're here too. How are you? What are the blueberries for? So one of the quests is for colored items, remember the light? So the blueberries are just to have a supply of a blue item. Because the blue item is actually hard to get. Most of them are buyable, but you cannot buy the blue item. At least not easily. Hi, Super Beaver. Exclamation mark year. We are in year 69, though. The 69th year. You can tell because my children are clearly 69 years old. Isn't that right, Lily? You and your little helmet. Nice. Do the frogs today? Thank you, TJ. Let's go do the frogs. Yeah, Prismatic Range quest. Good call, Gothel. How dare you forget frogs, you imbecile. Imbecile. Clearly 69 years old. You can tell. Look at the pixels. Look how busy it is here. Has it been like 2 years? That fiddlehead was hiding. Dude, where the frogs at? We technically only need one. I would like two, but... Are you excited for the updates? So excited. March 19th. Huh. Alright, we're good. We didn't get a frog. We gotta start over. I'm only doing what you tell me to. That's fair. No froggy. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. The Leah knife is a good touch onion. Ooh. Is this Coral Island music? No, this is Slime Rancher. Should have known, it was really good. Alright, let's try this again with more frogs. Once more with more frogs. I swear there's something seeded about these. Can I just catch those frogs and then mumify them myself? There we go. Imagine Sebastian would have something to say about that. Hey, we got 2. Very nice. No. It's random every time you break a weed. Kind of like the, Living Hat is. So it has nothing to do with what day it is. If it did have to do with, like, the tile in the day, it would be a lot easier to figure out. A lot easier to take advantage of, but it's just completely random when you break a weed. It's gotta be a jungle weed, but... Who is your favorite marriage candidate? I have 3. When did I get 3? Did anyone else see me get 3? Not complaining. Just confused. I'll take it. I swear I only saw 2. I was looking pretty close, too. Yeah, it doesn't have that kind of RNG. It's just completely random. Yeah, it's similar to the Living Hats RNG, where it's just like every time you break a weed, it checks. The 3rd frog is the one we met out along the way. You're supposed to say, oh, they had a baby. I think we got the stuff on the bottom. I don't know if we went all the way down here, actually. We didn't. Alright, this should be our next thing ready. The horizontal tango. Man, you know so much about mummified frog reproduction, Onion. What to do on Tuesdays? Frog. What were the other options in that poll? Forget, don't, you imbecile. I have such a lovely chat. The child wasn't spared the fossilization. I mean, fossilization is an inherited trait, and it's not even recessive. It's dominant. Trust me, I teach science. I must not be lying to you. I'm a genius, I know. Did you know that teachers are not legally allowed to lie to you? Just like police. Dark and barren land. I think that's how you spell barren. You're asking the wrong person. Yes, that is how you spell it. Varies by state and local guidelines. I don't think it does. I'm planning on switching my degree to become a math teacher. Any recommendations and thoughts? You gotta love it, Plush. You really do. But math is a really good thing to teach, I feel like. I kind of wish I'd gotten a math certificate so I could have taught it as well. I would have been more marketable, but also I prefer to teach science. It's up to you though, Plush. Just know that teaching is tough a lot of the time, for sure. It's not always an incredible experience. It is sometimes though. I really enjoy teaching and I'm still not that happy about it a lot of the time. Because there's a lot of things that get in the way of the actual teaching part of the job. Just make sure that you take a lot of time to think about it and make sure it's really what you want to do. I should clarify, I do really enjoy it, like, but it can be very difficult. Yeah, that's a good thought to be having. You're also a teacher, yeah. Your mood is just like swings between like moments of this is like amazing that I get to do this, And it's like, why do I have to do this every day? And it happens within like several seconds sometimes. Hi, Mill. Welcome in. I know. I can't believe it even. I kind of still like have this cognitive dissonance about it. Hi, Johnny. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. That goes to both you, I suppose. Yeah, Johnny, you're trying to get away, so... Frankly, if you're trying to get away, I would not really put much stock into what they're saying about you. Based on what I've heard so far. Wait, they didn't want you to teach after a test? The pots? Yes, they are in vanilla. This game is completely vanilla. There's no mods here. These are called deconstructors. Here, I can show you. I've got a bunch here. They look like this. You don't get them until the very end of the game, but you can put stuff into them and they deconstruct it. So they're not just producing fiber. I'm putting grass starter, which you can buy from Pierre. And since crafting a grass starter costs 10 fiber, it kind of deconstructs it into that 10 fiber. So these things behind them are hoppers, which are also at the end of the game. Welcome in, by the way, Super Beaver. Just a slide from the template. Yeah, Johnny, I would get out of there. You're obviously don't align very well with them. Well, the other one, opposite. I mean, they don't align very well with you. Knew about the hoppers? Ah, got it. What, the bagel cone? I believe you, Johnny, by the way. You don't have to send me the quote. I should make hot chocolate? Oof. Something warm sounds so good right now. I agree with that much, at least. Maybe I will make some tea. I can stay up late tonight. Decaf would be fine too, I guess. Maybe make tea? I'm streaming. I would love to. Written in the quad was sound and vibration. However, the objective is not stated by the teacher. I freaking hate admin so much. Okay. Sorry. My admin team is great. I shouldn't say it like that, but like... My admin team doesn't hark on stuff like that, though. No evidence of progressing towards mastery. Ugh. Yeah, that's a bunch of buzzwords that just mean that they need to knock you for something, because otherwise they get in trouble. How do you like your tea? I personally don't like it. What a sentence. Apple juice is a sweetener. I like honey as my sweetener. I've never heard of cutting it with apple juice before. That would be probably pretty good with chai, actually. You're fine. Don't worry, Johnny. I understand. Especially being a first year. You're officially a first year teacher still, right? Yeah. It's good to get this stuff out of your system, honestly. It's good to have somewhere where you can rant about this, because I don't think I ever did. When we take a break, I'm going to make some cocoa. Can't have chocolate because the dairy makes my stomach hurt. I didn't consider how much milk is in hot chocolate until now. But yeah, it definitely is just like full of it, isn't it? Isn't it just like milk with some chocolate flavoring? I haven't personally really ever had it, so I kind of didn't realize that. Stummy. Oh, they're using that stupid system. Everyone's using that system now, Johnny. I know exactly which one that is. Unfortunately, Johnny, pretty much anywhere you go, you're going to have to play that game. We got a stack, by the way. Onion, could you mark stack complete? We have aged shrimp roe all done. Why haven't you had it? Well, you see, I am allergic to chocolate. Can you mark 2, by the way? Hi, Firefly. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I make hot chocolate with oat milk and dark chocolate. It works really well. Ooh, there you go. You should look into that. DMNC, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to run an ad, everyone. I'll see you on the other side of it. See y'all in a minute. Did I go down? I'm going to check. I don't think I did. We're getting close to the flower dance. Yeah, I know. I just said it. Oh yeah, 26 as well, if you could. Thank you. You're the best, Onion. You're the best. I had to watch 15 seconds of ads to join the stream. Because you had to resub. Oh, jeez. Yeah. There's a little bit of pre-rolls on my stream, unfortunately. It's tough, right? Because I could do ads like every 25 minutes, I think it is, and then I wouldn't have pre-rolls. But then there's an ad every 20, I think it's like every 22 minutes or something, and then no pre-rolls. But I don't want to have an ad every 22 minutes. So I thought like every 30 minutes strikes a little bit better of a balance. But then there's a few minutes with pre-rolls when that happens. A 2-hour chess session. Did you win? Deplorable work conditions. It's being sarcastically mean to Onion. I'm never actually mean to Onion. Onion can tell you. Right, Onion? I've never been mean to you. With someone joining a few minutes before the scheduled ad, if they get a pre-roll, yeah, I guess they'd get another ad. God, that's annoying. Maybe it is just better to run one every 22 minutes instead. It seems so often when it's every 22 minutes, though. I tried it one time. I don't know. They give us a choice with that, but it's like... It feels really weird to do that. Blink twice if you need help, Onion. He has me locked up. I don't think Onion needs to blink to tell you at that point. Not a happy adult. One time I had a teacher called out sick and apparently had a detailed sub plan. The school had no sub ready at all, so they rushed us all into the computer lab to do nothing. Oh. Yeah, I know that feel. Here's the thing about sub plans. As a teacher, you should learn this. I think there's a few teachers that are attempting to start soon or have already just started. Sub plans are kind of like supposed to be a... Like, it's great if they get done, but don't assume they'll be done, sort of thing. Because a lot of the time they won't be. Depends on your district and everything. But, yeah. If you have online work, then you can make the students do something. So my district has, like, Schoology, or whatever it is. Or something similar. I can't remember. Well, of course I can remember. What am I saying? So basically, I can put work for them to do online and make it do, even if I'm not there that day. And that makes the sub plans really easy, because I'm just like to the sub, hey, they're doing this thing. Make sure they get it done. Yeah, I have some problems with Schoology. I don't know if there's a better alternative, though, Iguana. Schoology is one of those things that when I'm using it, I'm just like... I feel like I could do this so much better if I was allowed to design this. Like, did they talk to any teachers? There are some things that make it clear that, yes, they have talked to teachers, but... Yeah, iPad is not great with it. Did Halko force you to drink sparkling tuna water? I would never force something on someone who is so willing to do it. Time to crash. Yeah. I never use Schoology on an iPad. It's just not worth it. I just use my laptop. It's so weird to me to like read about how you have to test them on certain days. I'm so glad I'm at this place where I get to control my curriculum. It's kind of scary, but it's also really nice to have that freedom. You don't have that nice fallback of being like, well, I didn't come up with it, so... So that's why it sucks. Instead, it's all on you, but at the same time, it is nice to have that freedom. Don't forget the wheat flour. It's doing well so far. I bought marbles today out of my own pocket just because getting them through the school is very annoying, and it was like $10 to buy them online. I was like, yeah, that's fair. I'm willing to do that for $10. And they're gonna last me like the next 4 years. At least. Our inventory's kind of cramped right now. Let's put some of this stuff away. Did you lose your marbles? We didn't have any to begin with. I'm doing a new lab that the school hasn't done before. So there were no marbles. And now there is. There we go. Did you remember to buy wheat flour? Yes. I've had lots of jobs where I spent my own money on them. This job gives me a lot back. But yeah, it is unfortunate that's the case. But like I said, the school will buy things for me. We have a budget for it. But because of the, you know, they're going to check everything and it takes a while. I need these marbles by next week. I probably could have rushed it through. But this was just a lot easier, and it was $10. Like, we'll be okay. How'd you get the shipping bin beside the house? This one here? The mini shipping bin? There's a special orders board. Do you have the board in front of Lewis's house that has, like, harder quests on it? That's one of the rewards for that. If you don't have it, it appears in fall of the first year. Yeah, a lot of schools don't encourage you to buy your own supplies, but you literally cannot teach lessons without them. Not my current school. My current school's great, but like other schools I've been to, they never like tell you, hey, you have to buy your own stuff. But especially in science, if you want to teach something, well, sometimes you need supplies to do that. And hey, the school doesn't have them, so how am I going to do that? Oh, how'd you get rid of it? Yeah, you can just move it. You can't get rid of it. Mine's hiding. It's, well, it's not really hiding anymore, but it's, like, right here. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Sorry, I misread it, what you'd asked. That's another nice thing about it. If you buy it, if you move schools, you can take it with you, right? Hi, Kurt Merp. Welcome in. Boom, 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 no, no, no. I guess I see what you're saying. Alright. Oh, it's flower dance today. I actually didn't even notice. Our teacher salary is based off of what they teach. Kind of. They're based on the demand, which is based on what they teach. Like, say your school really needs a science teacher. They might pay them more than another teacher just to get them in, so they have a teacher if they're in demand. But yeah, it's certainly more based off experience. Wild! How are you doing today, Wild? Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for the Wild Refrain? A normal stream time. I know. What time is it there? Like 10 a.m. 12 a.m. Good, just vibing. It's good to see ya. Should be like 9 a.m. wouldn't it? If you don't know Wild, Wild's a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. You should absolutely check them out if you're not already doing so. Our school puts German on the list of available classes, but hasn't been a German teacher in the last 3 years. Wait, why is it on the class list? Oh, they probably just don't update it. Hi, Leah. Welcome in. What a sentence that you...
Yes, science!
Plush marionette. My OG temp teacher has got sent to jail, so we had a long-term sub. And then they hired him in. Long-term subs very often get hired in. That's like one of the ways that you're taught to get a job. If you can become a long-term sub. My children are trying to trap me in here. Do you remember to feed wifey lately? It's been a minute. Hi, Holy and Dolly. I wanted to make your name rhyme, even though it doesn't. Bingo 17. Ah, nice. Congrats, Holy. You didn't dance with your wife? What? Yeah, I did. What are you talking about? It's right there. It's in the middle of the screen. Who do you think I danced with? You did it so quickly. Yeah, believe it or not, I've done this a few times. I don't think there's a year... Oh, there's a few years I've missed, but... I've danced with my wife probably over 60 times now. That's my wife! Feed your wife. She's painting. I don't want to disturb her with a salad. Painting with a salad just seems absurd. For 69 years, she's looking fine. Well, we don't age, so... Might have something to do with it. Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to say that all long-term subs are good. I was saying that that's a pretty common way to get your foot in the door at a school. When you're long-term subbing, you should be like trying to meet with everyone and like get to know everyone and make them like you, even if you're not that social, because if you do interview there and they all know you, guess what? You have a big advantage. They have it rough, yes. I've done long-term subbing. You get paid less, and you're expected to do a lot with the stuff that you have. It's kind of like an internship, honestly. It has a lot of similarities to it. I was doing the entire job of a teacher and getting paid, like, hourly for it, and not very much for it. Actually, I was getting paid daily for it, and it wasn't very much. But it was a good experience. And I didn't have another job, so it's not like I was missing out on that. I should have been applying earlier. I think I was applying at that point, though. Thursday. We just did everything. Let's go to sleep. Leah can paint a salad, perhaps. She's looking at the sunflowers right now. I don't want to bother her. 200 a day. It was definitely less than that. It was also pre-COVID, though. Actually, no, it was literally during COVID. What am I talking about? Yeah, I made less than that. Where are the salads? They're there. You can make a decent amount here. Well, I have a full-time job now. It might also be like elementary subs might get paid slightly more because they're expected to deal with more. Yeah, I get that. I hear that a lot, Marshmallow, and that's fair. I don't think kids are as bad as a lot of people think they are, but I understand aversion to taking care of them. Gotta make a new conspiracy theory algo. What's that? What's your funniest teaching story? Gosh, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Are you trying to make me tell a story? I don't even think you can participate in bingo, can you, Onion? I can't think of anything that doesn't make me look bad, so we won't say anything. Iguana, I said hi as soon as you got here. You've been here for a while. You've been here for like much more than 10 minutes. You did not. Iguana, this has happened so many times. I say hi every time anyone comes in. I almost never miss anyone. There's no way it happened to you twice in like a week. You can, like, I'm not going to go back and check the whole VOD, but I definitely would have said hi to you. I specifically remember doing it, actually. That's not even what that bingo's about, anyways. It's about saying hi to someone you already had said hi to. I do not recall. Well, it's a shame. Something about the boy who called Wolf, perhaps. Wizard did something. What were the other options, Onion? Time Loop, Valley Magic, Everyone's a Vampire. I'm surprised Everyone's a Vampire wasn't the highest rated option there. It's the one I would have gone with. You're just trying to make me do the bingo thing, Iguana. I don't appreciate that. It makes me feel bad when you say, like, you didn't say hi to me, because I try to be nice to everyone in the stream. Baited into bingo. Spring break? Yeah, that's in that's the end of March. March 30th through April whatever, but I will not be streaming because I'm going to be in Florida. Maybe I can do an IRL stream from Florida. I'm a partner now. I can get away with whatever I want, right? Streamer adventure. I'll send pics and stuff. I don't want to give away like the exact location because we go there every year. It's a pretty out of the way place though. It's not like unknown, but flex the badge, flex the badge. Hey Calamity, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Ours is the week after next, right before 1.6. So I can't spend my break playing 1.6. Yeah, right. That's unfortunate. I can't either, to be fair. Well, I guess I could bring it. I can play a little bit while I'm there, but it's unfortunate that my break is right after and I'm not going to be home for it. In terms of, like, I can't even stream 1.6 while I'm on break, really. It's not that bad, I guess, but I already did this, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty rare to get a bunch of events in a row. Not impossible, though. Was it, like, the night after? I'd never seen that before. Like, 2 nights in a row. That seems late to me. Our break is always around Easter. Our spring break. In fact, our school calls it Easter break a lot of the time. which is funny because it like changes a lot. Did you guys know that, by the way? That really throws me off every time I remember. Easter is like not necessarily near the same day every year. So like next year it's going to be at the end of April. This year it's at the beginning. Like I thought it was always the same week of the year. Like it's always on a Sunday, but I thought it was like the same week in April. I won't miss it. True. Hey Saffron, welcome in. It is based on the moon, which is even funnier to think about. Like yeah, my Easter turned into the moon. Leah brought me a houseplant. Thanks, Leah. I always, when you delete it, she walks away. Yeah, it's an odd combination of things, Easter. Hey, piano. Oh, your stream crashed. Literally, I have the window open where your stream went live because I was clearing my notification. I'm sorry to hear that, piano. That sucks. Oh, well, it's good to see you though. How has the routing been going though, outside of the stream being rude to you? Yeah, if y'all don't know Piano's a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. You should absolutely be following Piano if you're not already doing so. Interesting. Sorry, I got a weird email. I'll deal with that later. Money should take less than an hour. What is the approximate route now? Because you're resetting certain bundles. How soon do you get to chuck the bundle? Like, what is the reset time on that? Yes, we're still in year 69. Alright, last day of the year. Let's head on in here. 5 minutes for garden bundle, another for bulletin board. And have you worked out the actual percentage of a run being possible / worth doing? Bye, Johnny. Thanks for hanging out. Don't let those evaluations get to you. Kale, blueberries, pumpkins. It's about a 1% chance. You know, that's not too bad, honestly. It's pretty bad, but it's not that bad. I think I was asking in Cord's run the other day, in Cord's stream the other day, during a CC run, like what the chances of a, I think you were there actually, so never mind, you know, but what the chances of like a CC run having like really good RNG are, and it's like probably about 1%. But then you also have to deal with fishing RNG in that run, so it's not like you're immune to it. It's less bad though if you get good fishing. Yeah. Are any of the fishing bundles better than the ones that are already there? My parents are sending me nice compliments, so I won't worry about the evaluation. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Johnny. Oh, the parents of the students. Nah. So yeah, you're pretty much stuck with the fish regardless. Oh, man. My back. Oh, seriously, my back. Dang, man. You sit like this? Okay. Alright, we're better. I should leave to make food. What kind of food might you be making? And can I have some? No onion. You should go watch Haikyuu and come back later so we can talk about it. You can also eat dinner while you're watching Haikyuu though. It would rot in shipping. Just cover it in some salt, it'll be fine. You can probably ship from there to here if you like express it in like a day or two. So if it lasts that long, it'll be fine. Just put some ice on it, it'll be cool. I will take some empanadas and some quesadillas. Why are slime egg makers not running? I don't have any slime, Rosette. I have like an extra stack, so I could put it in, but I might as well just wait for more. If he makes me cut the match to watch the third part, I'll get institutionalized. Why does your brother keep running off? Tell them to watch show with you. Surely they must be interested. Hope you're doing well today, Rosette, by the way. Welcome in. We're in the summer, by the way. We've done good today to make progress. It's been an hour and a half, though. I don't know how I made so much progress playing the other day, or during row week officially. Need to check something really quick. Ooh, I got a message. Someone sent me a message congratulating me on partner. I just responded quick. Alright, let's grab the shrimp roe. Dude, I don't know how you can sit and watch like Haikyuu during a match and not like finish the entire thing in one sitting. Understandable if like if it's airing and you have to wait for the next one. Not so understandable if it's all there and you just stop. Ugh. I don't even go to sleep because I'm watching Haikyuu sometimes. I've been re-listening to World War Z on audiobook, and some of those stories get me so bad every time. Like, just listening to the car, I'd be crying during some of them. I really like that style that book is written in, where it's like a documentary, but about fake events. It's hard to explain, because it doesn't really happen all that much. Like, I can't think of any other instances of that happening. I can't think of any other stories that have that kind of tune to them. Something's coming to my mind about, like, supernatural events or something, but I can't remember it fully. Wednesday. We did everything? I think we did everything. We have cookies somehow. I've probably read World War Z. This is like the 4th time, I think, or listened to, I guess, an audiobook. And I'm just like, I'm amazed at like how good of a show that this would make. Because it's like very episodic, right? Like, it's about a guy who's going around and collecting stories about, this is like after the zombie war, collecting stories about what happened. It would be perfect for little episodic like things happening and going around and like seeing more and more stories. And then they made that movie that they did. And I didn't even think the World War Z movie was like that bad, but it just like was not the book at all. Like it was just so different. Like a completely different idea. Like the only thing they might have had in common was like the whole thing that a zombie existed, and then that one thing about Israel.
Oh, it's a person.
Juglands, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. The King Chronicles is a good one. It's like a recording of two teens taking their story, passing the recorder back and forth. Ooh. Wait, isn't that a Riordan story? Rick Riordan, I think is how he says it. I had a friend growing up that was named Riordan, so I always get those mixed up. I also heard it Riordan. I don't actually know if he knows how to pronounce it. I swear I've heard it so many ways. Alright, that's today. On to the next day. Riordan, Roderdan. Egyptian mythology. I did not end up finishing, gosh, what was the name of that series, Onion? Also, didn't you leave? I think you left. The Norse one. I never ended up finishing it, and I stopped right before the one Percy showed up in. Allegedly. I still haven't read it, so. Cockle on the beach. It is truly the 69th year. There's a second cockle. Okay, juice, jelly, and pickles. Come on. We've been empty-handed so far this year. Out of 8 carp checks, we've got nothing. What is number 9 going to show us? More coconuts, that's about it. Come on, fiddleheads. 27 fiddleheads. There's a few. 2. 3 total. We're actually getting very close on fiddleheads here. I kind of did not realize that. We're only about 150 away. Okay, it's like 180, but closer than I've ever been. That's for sure. It makes me want to grind for them, but you kind of can't grind for them. Like, there's not much I could do. I could like run dino floors and skull caverns, but it'd be kind of a waste to do that without like knowing where one is. I'd have to check every day for an early one, basically. Alright, 1.6 suggestion. Dinos can appear on mummy floors, but they're mummified dinos. How do we feel about that? Good, bad, middle of the road? I would love some more enemy variety. I'd probably get a mod that just added more enemies to the game. Like they could even have the same patterns. I kind of just want different sprite art to look at. It'd be cool to have different patterns though too. Here's a question in the opposite direction. If you guys could remove one monster from the game, what would you remove? And your answer cannot be the blue squid. Or the putrid ghost. Yeah, we're all done today. Oh. Those flying green things in the desert, the serpents? Or the royal serpents? Flaming guys in the volcano? They're so fun, though. You gotta think about it from a game design perspective. Those are all so useful. The mummies I can understand. They can be very annoying. But you can crusader your way through them. Yellow flame guys, those are annoying. That's fair. The flame guys in general are kind of fun. I kind of like the stop and dash mechanic of the yellow ones. I don't like the debuff though. The debuff is really annoying. The skulls are really annoying. That's fair, yeah. The flying grubs in the early levels. Oh my gosh. You know what, Plush? That's my new one. That's a great answer. Because you don't have the weapons that deal with them yet. It like takes 5 hits, and every time you hit, they get knocked back like 30 feet. The grubs themselves are fine. The bugs that fly. Because you can kill the grubs before they turn into the flies. But once they're flies, they're like super annoying. I am 95% sure that Haunted Chocolatier will not come out this year. I just have a pretty strong feeling about that. I'm sure it'll be worked on as soon as 1.6 comes out. Pretty extensively. I'm sure he wants to get back into that. I do not think it'll be out this year. Oh yeah, the flies, yeah. I like the grubs, because it's a cool mechanic of like, if you're able to kill them before they turn into the second phase. Like, that's interesting, right? But then they turn into that second phase and they're just so annoying. I guess the annoyingness has to exist for that first phase to be meaningful, huh? Otherwise, just let them turn. I don't really carry bombs or enchant weapons. Gotta get those enchanted weapons, they're so nice. Honestly, like, weapon enchants might be better than tool enchants in general. I would also say, like, overall. I like combat in this game quite a lot, though, so I might be kind of reaching on that a little bit. I don't know if I said hi, by the way, Saffron, so hi. Hope you're doing well today. Alright, how is this going? 123? We still need about 700 more total row, but that's not including this. You did? Thank you? Yeah. Just making sure. My hands are hurting. Let's put all this away. Put it away, put it away, put it away now. Head on over to the dig site and see if we get any nice fossils today. We might check out the chests too, just to see where we are at. Maybe we should ferry this back to see the changes, because it's been a while since we've done that. Do you think there'll be a 1? A 1 what? Is it supposed to say like point something? Like 1.7? They do say that 1 is the loneliest number. If you're asking about 1.7, I honestly think there will be a 1.7, but I would not expect it in the next 5 years. The mobile app ate the 0.7. Was it tasty? Ask the app for me. It has been, I think, has it been 3 years? It was like the end of 2020 when 1.5 came out, I think. So I think it's been about 3 years and 3 months, basically, since 1.5 came out, and 1.6 is about to drop. We'll call it even and say 3 1/3 years. I would expect if 1.7 does come out, it will be at least 5 years. after 1.6. I'm going to imagine that Concerned Ape's going to want to finish Haunted Chocolatier and probably drop an update for Haunted Chocolatier before coming back to Stardew. Then again, I don't know what lies in the man's heart. He might come back to Stardew immediately after finishing Haunted Chocolatier. But just the love that he has for this game, it's like super obvious. I don't think he will be able to resist coming back to this game at some point. Even if it's just a minor update. And this was supposed to be a minor update, so I imagine a similar thing could happen. Do you guys see all the pictures with his thumbs up at the concert with everyone? It was so cute. Rocking the jacket. Hi, I saw Dune tonight, the first one, not the new one. Well, you're primed to see the new one then. How'd you like it, Mermaid? Oops, I kept these with me. Not a big deal. Welcome in, Mermaid. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far today. Yeah, I can't think of any developer I have more respect for either. There's a lot of developers I like a lot. But yeah, Concerned Ape might be the one I respect the most. You're busy, oh no. Have you read the book, Mermaid? You strike me as someone who might have read the book. Not trying to profile you or anything, but... The first movie leaves a lot of the stuff I love out from the first book, but I still really like the movie. I would go as far as to say I love it. I think they did an amazing job with it. And, like, it doesn't even have, like, my top 5 favorite parts with the book. So that just goes to show how good of a job they did. Yeah. Yeah, that would be the first thing I'd praise, too. Dude, the sound design for the voice, it, like, actually gives you chills. It's incredible they were able to do that. Okay, we're halfway done with the remaining half. So we're 3/4 of the way done. Yeah, you're totally right. Oh, I have to rewatch it. That might be my tonight thing. It's probably available somewhere online, right? I won't have the whole, like, theater experience, but I'm gonna have to rewatch it before I go see the next one, just to remind me of all that. Lietkines. Alright, we did all that. Let's go ahead and make our bread. Zendaya is very pretty, yes. I like the part at the end when she turned to the camera and said, "What are we, some kind of Dune movie?" Brookella! Hi, Brooke. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for... Yes, thank you, Mermaid. Brooke is an amazing streamer here on Twitch, and if you're not following Brooke, you're missing out on an absolutely fantastic time. Brooke will have you laughing in seconds and have you endeared in moments. You should absolutely be following Brooke. We're halfway there. Brooke, thank you so much. It was very funny to me when you didn't notice, because you'd already thought I'd been partnered. I was like typing in your chat, I'm like, does she not know? I'm reading the first book since 2 years and I haven't finished it yet, and I bought the next 3 books of 4 already. I will tell you, the next few books get very different, but they're very enjoyable still. It's definitely a different experience. I was also high. Okay, that's fair, actually. I can imagine what you were thinking. You're like, wait, was Alco already partner? Well, he's not saying anything, so maybe. Might have to read it. It's a very good book. Hope you're doing well, by the way, Guts. Welcome in. Like, my favorite part of the book is just, like, and I say this with all sincerity, like, the politics of it. Like, he introduces you to the world in such a way that you just, like, get so engaged in, like, the politics between the two houses. And just, like, this subterfuge going on. Like, you get everyone's perspective. And you know how close things are to being discovered or figured out. Or, like, why someone's doing exactly what they're doing. And it's just so well laid out. You just feel, like, so involved in everyone. You feel bad even for the bad guys, except for some of them. And you feel like you know something bad's gonna happen. You know exactly what's going to happen, actually. It's very obvious. And, like, you still are just, like, hoping that something will go a different way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The biggest crime of the film, in my opinion, is that we don't get, like, the full backstory to Dr. Yue. Dr. Yue is, like, a perspective character for, like, the whole first half of that book. And, like, you hear so much about, like, what he has to say. And, like, why he's doing what he's doing. I would highly recommend the first book. The other ones, only if you want to. But the first one, I would absolutely recommend to anyone who likes sci-fi and likes that kind of, like, politicking cat and mouse kind of game. Yeah, the book does not play around. It basically tells you what's going to happen. Like... I mean, like, the premeditation is part of, like, the sci-fi-ness of the whole thing. I'm saying like a lot. I'm going to try and work on that. Hi, Muffin. Welcome in. Like, the prescience kind of exists in there. And so there's a little bit of that. So you kind of know what's going to happen. You don't know how exactly it's going to happen. But you're, like, hoping beyond hope that it can be changed in some way. Thursday. Yep, we got everything done. Wait, Muffin streams? Are you sure about that? How dare you? I pity the fool. No, Muffin doesn't. Okay. I tried to click on them, too. What could you maybe do? Muffin does have 23 followers. Oh, you used to. Yeah. Only do it on YouTube now? Got it. Ah, yes, I saw that after I saw your shout-out, Mermaid, which is why I was confused. Who knew the sinus touches the teeth roof? If I have to find a distraction the moment my teeth were aching. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brooke. Sorry, I got distracted by, I went into a Dune rant for a second there. I hope you're feeling better, though. Did you have to get, like, your wisdom teeth pulled or something? Or was it just, like, a cavity or something along those lines? House plant. What? Oh, now I want to listen to the first book again. Imagine having wisdom teeth. I still have 3. They only needed to pull one of them. I was pretty lucky. Sorry, that was uncalled for. Oh, you better apologize. I'd love to start streaming. You know, there's like a little secret that no one tells you, but you're totally just allowed to start streaming if you want to. No one ever tells you that, but like, you can just stream. You don't need a face cam. You technically don't even need a mic, although I might recommend at least a microphone. But like, even bad mics are pretty good right now. Like a headset mic that comes with a headset, it sounds pretty good. Like most people won't be able to tell the difference. And then you just need like OBS, which is free. And then you can just stream a game. I'm playing Stardew while watching Stardew. That's one of the problems with streaming. I used to play Stardew and watch people play Stardew, and I can't do that anymore because I'm streaming now. Imagine if I just like popped up a stream in the corner of my stream that we watched together. I feel like that's probably not okay for a lot of reasons. Streamception, something like that. I'm sure there are streamers who do that though. But yeah, about, I would say probably about 800 to 1,000 hours of this challenge were done while watching people stream. Well, that's not fair. I was watching something. So either like watching a stream or watching like Netflix or things like that. I'm pretty sure I watched like most of Community while playing Stardew. Scrubs too?
Style, Mew grace, Mew power in your face.
It'd be kind of fun to try and remember all that. Muffin, thank you for the Mew. I should do that with you. I don't know what that means. Oh, I thought I saw something down here. Guess not. Hi, Waffles. Welcome in. I knew someone with 5 wisdom teeth, and they all fit in her mouth. Oh, so they did. She didn't have to get them pulled. I see. That makes sense. Go spend underscores money. All right, Mermaid. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Good luck with the work or speedrunning. I'm procrastinating making an Enderman farm. I've noticed with those things, Muffin, you just gotta go do it. Like, if you don't do it, you won't do it. You just gotta go do it. I usually like put on some music when I'm doing it. Seeded vanilla marriage runs won't do themselves. It's true. Hey, Mermaid, if you want to like set those up and do the routes, I won't be able to get like world record or beat the glitchless one, but I might be willing to do them to make underscore pay more money. I was thinking about doing some today. Good job, Muffin. That's not too bad. Seated? Yeah, I'd be willing to do it. Why not? It wouldn't be all that much different. I can do unseated as well. There's so many categories I have not put anything in. If you could just like send me a spreadsheet in order of all the runs, I would just do one after another. That could be a stream coming up here. Just get as many done as possible. I'd call it like the make underscore donate $100 stream. We just do 20 different runs. I'll go do Terraria 9999 and your children will continue your work. You're assuming I'll have children and that they'll support a father who is doing nothing but playing Terraria for like 20 hours a day. What is a legacy? Oh, you're using the predictor. Okay, I don't know if I'd be willing to do that. I was just thinking it would be a good seed for Quets, like you're talking about, and then just running it. For non-seeded, I could just, like, do it. It's a lot of winter tilling, annoyingly. I will volunteer to be your child. I don't think it works that way, Muffin. I mean, adoption's a thing, but I don't know if I want to take on more responsibility right now. I don't want to vanilla winter forge. Oh, I forgot it has to be vanilla. Oh yeah, that hurts. How do you get around that? Oh, giant crops. Yeah, that would be it. I wouldn't mind vanilla winter forging if I didn't have to do the tilling at the beginning to find the pattern. That part just takes so long otherwise. Right now, the funk soul brother. Oh my gosh, are you gonna... You have an hour? An hour until what? I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'll finish in an hour, even with your help. Hi, Lee Chat, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I've started saying day like that, and I don't know why. You just gotta do. I have to teach someone to run. You're busy, Lee Chat. Who are you teaching? What are you teaching them? Or is that a secret? Oh, you were talking to Wild. For winter tilling, it's like stupid easy, Wild. If you got into like a call with me, I could teach you in like 10 minutes, and I'm not even very good at it. Joe made a video as well. That might just be enough right there. Like, I think Jess taught it to me. And, like, I was like, there's no way I'm going to learn this. And I've done it, like, twice. And I can just do it whenever I need to now. Like, it's so easy to remember. Well, getting from Canada to almost the entire other side of the United States might be a bit troublesome. Girl, I'm tired. Yeah, if someone has Joe's video about winter tilling, you can link it in here. That's perfectly fine. Oh, man. I'd like to go for a walk tonight. I'm thinking about watching the Dune movie now that it's been brought up. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess we're not doing it this week. I just got a notification I'm going to dinner with my family, but nope, that was last week. Ethan did the Forge video? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Ethan's video then. My bad. Watch the Napoleon movie? I was actually just talking about Napoleon Dynamite with my friends the other day. I assume that's not the one you mean, but that's what I remembered when you said that. We were talking about, like, how the first time we saw the movie, it was, like, the stupidest thing we'd ever seen. And now it's, like, so classic. It's like, what is this dumb thing? And we're like, oh my gosh, now you're quoting it for the rest of your life. Slide into my DMs. Oh, were you? It's that time of year, I guess, when everyone talks about it. Is there a Winterforge graph somewhere? Yeah, I think Jess made one with colors. It's really pretty. I couldn't tell you where to find it, but I'm sure if you asked on the speedrunning Discord, someone could give it to you in like 30 seconds. Oh, thank you for linking it, Mermaid. Honestly, the graph, in my opinion, doesn't really help you if you don't already kind of know how to do it. If you know how to do it already, then it's a good reference to, like, remember. But, like, understanding the colors and everything doesn't really vibe before that. But, yeah. I don't remember Ethan's video, but I'm sure he does a really good job of explaining it. Like I said, it's kind of simple. Oh, you know how to regular clay farm? Yeah. The Winterforge farm is a lot easier. I actually don't know how to regular clay farm. It's worth learning, Mel, if you're gonna do speedruns or anything. Help me with sine squared over x times y? Why do you have two variables in there? Is this a differential equation? I will not help you with that. I'm doing a very dumb challenge. Wild, I'd like to say to you that there's no such thing, but I'm not so sure I can say that. What challenge are you doing, if I can ask? I like it when people slide into my DMs. One moment. Oh, you're not the cookie thing anymore. Whoa, whoa. Don't look at it. There we go. I'm calling it only Coops. I think WeChat's doing a similar challenge right now. Do you want the cookie back? I have to say I like the cookie. But it's not up to me what your picture should be on Discord. I don't know what pick I want. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Pusheen quite a lot. Like, I'm not opposed to it. I just remember the cookie. I like the, you were on someone's stream and you got brought up as, like, the picture, and it was the cookie, and I just thought it was so funny. Yeah, I know you baked it. It was probably delicious, too, right? How many chickens can you get on one farm? More than 69, that's all I know for sure. Thanks to WeChat, I know that. Probably Blink. I think it was Blink, yeah. Oh, I almost picked the wrong one out of habit. This one's so much better. Done. I did another chicken challenge with another streamer. Wait, what? You've done more chicken challenges? Ever farm, no resources other than forge and mine. That's still a lot, isn't it? I guess you need those, though. Are you going to try and fit as many chickens as you can on a farm? That sounds fun. What's next after shrimp roe? Snail roe. What fish do you think could be added? I haven't really thought of it. Honestly, there's so many fish. Like, I'd like a sailfish. I think those are really cool. Like the really big fish that have like the big sails on the back. Whitefish would also be kind of cool as a lake fish. I don't think like anything normal is gonna get added though. It's the first update for a while. It'll probably just be some weird fishies. Alright, where are we going here? Tuesday. I think we finished the day. Tilapia should be added. Yeah. Other than the fact it's already in the game, but I'm just sorting the dog out. Give me 5. Look at that. Yeah, Lee Chat's a great teacher. You'll learn from the best.
Mew Mew style, Mew Mew grace, Mew Mew power in your face.
Tootie, welcome in. Yes, listen to the student. Hi, Tootie. Thank you so much for giving a shout out to Tootie. Tootie's a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. If you're not following Tootie, you're missing out on high tier played up gameplay. Oh, I should wait until the ad's over to properly introduce you. What is the Mew Mew from? I think it's a show called Tokyo Mew Mew. I did not choose that. Dusk did. I've never actually seen the show myself. Can you hear me, by the way, Rosette? Did you hear that? Because I just realized the thing was still on. I mean, you heard the Mew Mew, so you probably did. Alright, anyways, if you guys have not followed Tootie, you are missing out on some high-quality, played-up content. You should definitely check out Tootie's stream. Tootie does an amazing job. It is actually incredible at played up. It's insane. Whoop. You're gonna have to watch an episode of Tokyo Mew Mew to get the context. Is your ad over Muffin? Wait. I read that very strangely. Hi, Robot. Welcome in. Yeah, you heard me. Good job. I mean, that's good. Yeah, the video is also pretty good. Oh, Piano's incredible at explaining it. Piano might have been the one that taught me? Piano was there at some point. Oh, the Triple Ryan run. The Triple Ryan JoJo run that we did with Lee Chat. It was me. You're trying to show RC and then we joined in. Yeah, that was it. I remember now. What the heck are you trying to do, Muffin? I don't understand. Lurk? Oh, enjoy your lurk. That is the oddest looking lurk I've ever seen. Dude, I feel so much better today. I don't know, like, what it was. Lee Chat is playing Stardew Valley. That's so weird. Why would Lee Chat be doing that? I wouldn't out you, but you said you were going to, so... It doesn't show up in my corner on the stream. It just shows up for me in my corner. Because I'm not showing the desktop, I'm just showing the Stardew. Yeah. Sometimes I just say things in front of my face. I've gotten better at not saying that, though. Are these allegations truly, Chad? I know. Like, one time I was like, oh, Joe's playing this game I haven't heard of. And I'm like, well, I probably should mention that, actually. Got me talking about tower defense games, though. I'm surprised no one calls me out when I'm playing Stardew and I'm not streaming as much as I am. I'm not addicted, you're addicted. My roommate's playing Moonstone. No way. Life continues. Didn't you have to go lurk, Muffin? What happened to that? Good night, Mill. There is a Haley farm. I can't help but be curious. Wait, what's this about? Just explaining what happened when I failed to learn. Oh, okay, I see. You're using Apple keyboard. Okay, I see, that's the problem. You noticed another farm. Wait. Oh, I see. Someone on your friends list is doing a farm thing. Probably trying to get those, Yeah, I don't think that Leechat would join it without asking. They're probably trying to get a multiplayer world record, yeah. Not world record, but a run-in to get those donations up. By the way, guys, if you haven't heard, I'm not really a speedrunner, so I don't usually talk about these things. But, I guess I'm a little bit of a speedrunner. On the Speedrun Discord, Underscore, who's like one of the speedrun moderators, and additionally is the main like tasser of this game, basically posted like bounties for unclaimed vanilla speedruns. Not just unclaimed ones, but basically to fill up the boards for the vanilla, because not a lot of people have been running them. So basically, if you run one in the next week and submit it, Underscore is going to donate $5 for each unique run by a unique speedrunner before... Is it Frost or Flame Fatels? It's one of the two. But that's coming up next week. And that's going to be donation. And Jess is going to match that donation as well. Frost. It's Frost. Okay. It is winter, isn't it? Yeah. I just realized that. It's not winter in the southern hemisphere, Mermaid. This is a worldwide event, okay? Anyways. Yes, and the money goes to the Stardew incentive, which, let's be honest, is probably going to get met regardless. But, you know, get it met early. Get it met early. People love the Stardew. Alright, we are sleeping. Yeah, we're good to sleep. So if you've ever wanted to speedrun Stardew, now is a really good time to do that. And since they're vanilla runs, you don't even need to learn animation canceling. It's purely on, it can be purely done, it can be on console or anything like that. You don't even have to get a good time. It's not time-based, so you just have to submit a run. Don't worry, I will definitely push for the Stardew incentive. Beep, beep. Come on, beep. How's this doing, by the way? 65 in my inventory. Vault NDE is reasonably able to go on GDQ because all the new routes are too short time-wise. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, it's on there now, but it's unlikely to be so again. I've noticed that GDQ really likes, like, the NDE routes. It's like, most of the time I feel like I see Stardew What was that like recently? Like Stardew was on GDQ like a year or two ago, and like I didn't know who the runner was. And that somehow that like surprised me. Basically it's glitches. So like any glitches except one. And it's the dialogue extension glitch, which basically allows you to like arbitrarily add as much stuff into the game as you want to and like change a bunch of flags. So you can use glitches, but they're not like, I mean, they're pretty broken, but they're not so broken that you can just do anything. Yeah, it wasn't a marriage run. It was a glitched run. So they used no dialogue extension. They played in Chinese, so you can add as many characters as you want. I can't remember what they were doing. I think it was CC. I can't remember though. Alright, let's go here. Yeah, that was it. It was Glitch CC. Do you know that mermaid? Because I still don't even recognize their name. Only name. Marriage Run was on Valentine's Day. Oh, yeah. Remember that. They aren't active anymore, really? Okay. I was just surprised it was someone I didn't know, considering even at that point, I was pretty in tune with the community. Marriage Run was the first one on GDQ. And look where we are now. 1.6 on the horizon. Have STGQ things been opened yet? Like submissions? I haven't heard anything about it, but it's about that time, right? Not yet, yeah. Child of mine. Hold on, look at this. Look at what her eyes do. Is this normal? Look how crazy that looks. With the helmet staying in place. Because the helmet's not moving, but the face is moving underneath it. It just looks so wobbly. Okay. Okay. I remember it being longer before. I don't remember why I remember it being longer. I always feel like the first half of the year is a lot shorter than it is. Like right now it's only the 3rd month. And SGDQ is on the 6th month, so it's only 3 months away, right? It's in June. I go shaking the baby. This baby is like 65 years old, so I don't think we need to worry about it. And by 65, I mean 68, probably. Elder abuse, yeah. Yeah, that's the bigger worry. I'll go shaking the elderly baby. It's a double whammy. Harming the elderly and harming children simultaneously. I like to call it efficient felonies. Animals are starving again. 65 and still living with their parents. Welcome to the 2030s. This baby is 65 years old. Yeah, it does sound like that, doesn't it? I would never harm a child unless that child was over the age of 20. Then it's free real estate. I like the way you said it. Right. 568. I would never harm a child. Rent is too expensive. Living without it is worth it. Yes. Absolutely true. If you have someone in your life that's willing to help you, and you're like not being a burden on them, I would say go for it, right? Like, oh, my screen is covered in schmutz. I'm gonna have to clean that. I need to stop eating food up here is what really needs to happen. welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. So, precisely how many of my quotes are about hurting children? I'd like a head count. If you all don't know Jake, by the way, Jake is a lovely streamer here on Twitch. If you're not somehow following Jake, then you are missing out on an incredible time. Jake is an amazing streamer, absolutely hilarious. You should be following Jake. Do it. Do it. Head count or a body count? Is there a difference? You're acting like those are two different things. A student at school today, one I've never had in my class, asked me if I'm gonna dress like a unicorn today on stream again. I was like, wait, what? I've never done that. Just like in the hallway randomly. And I'm like, maybe I should dress as a unicorn. I really like that you collect mushrooms by hitting them with your giant hammer. Me too. I also like that. Oh, that worked. Heads cannot have bodies, and bodies cannot have heads. That's really wise of you to say that. That's a good 200. I like that as 200. Are we at 200 already? It's crazy. Maybe the 999th quote will be the day I finish the challenge. It'll say, I'm done. My watch has ended. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but there's this one show called Game of Thrones. It was pretty popular for a while. But then it happened. Even funnier, do you guys remember the Star Wars show that was supposed to be directed by the people who directed Game of Thrones? And then they flubbed Game of Thrones so badly that they fired them from that directing job? Sounds incestuous. I like how you can tell that from just the title. Sounds like you've really never heard of it before. Never watched it. Honestly, it's pretty good. I'm pretty soiled on it now. I kind of don't want to rewatch it because of what happened, but I kind of still want to rewatch the first few seasons though, because it's just good television. You have not watched it? Yeah. It's a pretty heavy undertaking, especially if you're not like super into fantasy. It's got really good drama though. It's just a well put together show until it isn't. Winds of Winter Wind. I have stopped listening for the howls, Hambra. Hamba, rather, even. I just insert R's places, you know? Welcome in, Hamba. Hope you're doing well today. I'm also not caught up on the books, nor do I really care to be. If the other one was being written, I might care to be. I don't know. I feel like I can't harp too hard on the guy, because like we're never really actually owed anything, you know, especially creatively. But man, he does not want to admit he hasn't been writing them. Like, it's okay, man. You don't want to write them, that's fine. He probably hasn't given up though. I kind of understand that like thought process. It's like, yeah, it's been a while, but I still want to. I feel like everyone's done that at one point or another, just usually not with like potentially millions of dollars by making a book. That's fair, Robot, yeah. Like, it's hard for me to recommend them just because of the flubbed ending, we'll call it. the lack of conclusion is probably a better way to put it. You know, it was kind of important that like all of these characters' stories were leading somewhere, and then they just kind of didn't. Like, I could tell you that it is very well written at the beginning. It's very well directed. It's enjoyable. It, like, it's scary. It makes you think. Like, there's a lot to like about the show. But the fact, like, you don't ever really feel like you get a conclusion to the stories, it really hurts at the end. It's like, well, why did I just watch all that? There is a conclusion. It's just not... It doesn't feel good. I feel like I just spent like the entire video of the last season when I was watching, just kind of like shaking my head lightly. And I'll be honest, I was a believer all the way up until that season. And the first episode of that season was pretty decent. Yeah, I think that's kind of the problem that R.R. Martin is running into right now with writing the books. I think he knows where he kind of wants it to end up now. Or has for a long time. He's not 100% sure how to get there. And he was probably pretty stuck for a while. And then everyone, like, absolutely hated the ending to the to the show. I can't imagine after seeing that insane backlash, which to the plot points you were actually planning for the book. Now, how Martin would have gotten there might have been good enough that we would have liked those plot lines. But the fact there was so much backlash to those plot lines specifically ending that way probably made him feel like he didn't want to write it anymore quite a bit. Hi, Prism, welcome in. I imagine I would be pretty dejected by that. Personally. I do feel for the guy a bit, because I've definitely been in creative slumps before. Which is why I try not to make fun of him for not, like, finishing things. Or not finishing it. At the same time, I do understand that fans are frustrated that they started something that they expected to be finished, and now it very likely never will be. It's kind of a two-way thing. And the other possible way of it ending, which was the movies, were very... I mean, the show was very disappointing. Yeah, exactly, DMNC. I've learned a lot about letting things go and, like, understanding we'll never actually get, like, a sequel. And that's okay, you know? That's why it's nice to, like a lot of different things. So if one thing doesn't go the way you want it to, you still have other things to enjoy. It's not like the end of all entertainment. It would be kind of funny if he did, Robot. Honestly, he should just have the White Walkers win. Just give an ending. That's kind of like an ending that was being built toward, so it wouldn't even be that bad if it happened. Give up on trying to conclude the plot and just finish everyone off. It's like the opposite of what you were asking for a Robot, but it would also be a satisfying ending to the story. For Pathfinder? Is that like a book you're writing? I didn't hear about this, DMNC. Or you probably told me and I forgot. If that's the case, I do apologize. That's awesome, though. I didn't know you were a writer. Dude, writing has got to be so tough for a job. I go through such big creative slumps. I don't know how I'd be able to maintain it. Oh, for DMing games. Oh, Pathfinder, not the title of the book. Got it. I see. Yeah, I feel exactly the same way, DMNC, for D&D. Where it's like, I can write like a whole lot and then just like not any for months on end. I have to learn how to tap into my creativity better. Really, I just have to learn how to sit down and do things. I have a lot of trouble with that. I get so easily distracted by useless junk. which is exactly why I'll never touch TikTok, because it would just be awful. Hey Poxy, welcome in. First time tuning in live. It's lovely to have you here. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Sitting and doing things is very hard. I gotta learn how to do it though, because it's like super important for me able to get stuff done. I think the ideal way would be like Adderall, but I'm not gonna like lie to get it or anything. And every doctor I've talked to said I probably don't need it, so I'll have to figure it out. Think Coke works better? And Coke's a little more illegal and potentially more harmful. Tea helps. Tea helps quite a bit. Just a little more illegal. You can definitely illegally have Adderall, and in fact, I know many people who have had before. But yes, Coke is probably slightly more illegal than that. Oh, it's fall. How'd that happen? Crazy how time be. I didn't even notice. I actually did not notice. Meth, but for children. Should have been their tagline. It's not that hard to get Adderall. Tell that to like the therapist I saw and the doctor I saw that were like, "Are you sure you need it?" Maybe I should just be more aggressive about it. I'm a very not aggressive person. I'm very not assertive. So it's hard for me to like ask for stuff like that. Advocate, bestie. Yeah. Basically Adderall. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Shouldn't I be preoccupied with trying to do it legally? I wouldn't even know how to get it legally. Like, what do you even do? You like hold up a street sign on a corner and be like, "Hey, we'll buy Adderall for money." I haven't really done much illegal in my life. Ask your dealer, yes. Let me just phone up my dealer real quick. No one saw that. I feel like I grew up thinking like, and I don't even think this is how I was raised at all. I just like, I've always had this idea to like try and make things better for everyone around me, right? And unfortunately that's made me a bit of a wuss when it comes to like trying to get the things that I want. I like very easily give up on that. And I feel like, oh, I made that person's day better because they didn't have to fight me on it. That's one way to get caught. What are you, a narc? I do not, let me say this for the record, I do not intend to illegally acquire Adderall. That was a joke. I stand in front of a pharmacy and ask every person exiting if they have Adderall. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's put this all away. And I think we're gonna go take a quick break here. And by quick, I mean medium length, because it is time for such a thing. So, I think we just go. Yeah, we don't have golden coconuts, so we just go. We especially don't have golden coconuts because I haven't been collecting the coconuts. I keep forgetting. Alright, Robot Worm, enjoy your break. I'll see you in 8 hours when I'm still alive. For legal reasons, that was also a joke. Yay! All right, everyone, I'm going to take a break. Have yourselves a wonderful time. I'm going to start a prediction. We're going to go with 10 houseplant numbers. Start prediction. Got it. And I will see you all when I get back. Have yourself a lovely break. See you soon. Bye-bye for now. I am going to run some ads because I do that while I'm on break. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye for now. No, they don't. The only things that count as houseplants are the very specific looking houseplants. They all look exactly the same. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a good break. My doggy is sitting next to me. He decided it was time to come upstairs to go sleepy. We'll let it play one more. Thank you, Prism Wolf. So we'll go one more after this. I got myself some tea. It's steeping right now. Giving it a second. None in my inventory on the hot bar. Chunky! Hi, Chunky! I can't show Brady. No one summoned Brady. He just wanted to come upstairs. I'm back, baby girl. Welcome back. Chunky. Oh, wow. That was horrifying. Chunky, welcome back to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. Lovely to have you here. For the 22nd month? That's crazy. That's like 20 more than 2 months. Sometimes. No plant today. We ended up with a total of 7. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a bit of a shorter break than my normal ones, though. What if we did it one more time? One more? Just one more. If there's 2 here. Ah, there's just the one. It also might be broken. No, it's good. Yeah, we've been unlucky with the houseplants lately. We've had days where we've got like 20, so we just had some low ones lately. Oh no, Onion, I'm playing right now. There's no script here. This is just me playing. I'm so good at this. I can do it one-handed. See, I got my tea in my hand. Yep. Anyways, how was your guys' break? We did get one more plant out of it. Unfortunately, it was just 8. Alright, let's do our counts. First of all, let's move this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 48 in total. Okay, so 48, and 8 out of 48 is a nice percentage, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, not as nice as I thought. 16.67. It is fall, and we got rain. Okay, so 16.67 is actually a pretty decent percentage. I just didn't let it run for a lot of time. 8 rounds up to 10. I am the crane. Best Stardewer. Thank you so much, Poxy. Unless you're talking about Onion, in which case, thank you so much. Congratulations, Doubters. You got this one. Can you mark Doubters for me, Onion, as well? On the bingo board. Doubters win. If you could be so kind. We're up to a total of 171 houseplants. Honestly, not bad. Let's keep moving. Hope y'all didn't miss me too badly. I'm the biggest doubter. I don't believe in houseplants in winter or fall. We haven't done a summer one in a while. It's just unlikely for that to happen based on when we take breaks. I think they're real. How'd your study sesh with Lee Chat go, Wild? Did you learn anything? I mean, of course you did, but did it go well? Are you gonna pass the test? My mind is melted. Really? It's not that hard, is it? Or do you mean like you are zen now? I mean, the basic idea of it's pretty simple. Hopefully Lee Chat wasn't laying on the complicated stuff. Although not much of it's that complicated in my opinion. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it is pretty crazy how easy it is, right? You just like hit the places over and over again and you get Winterforge. Yeah, I just don't do corrections. So there's a little cheat, Wild. If you really don't want to, you don't have to do corrections. You just like double till real quick. Or just till a random spot and keep going. As long as you don't lose the pattern, you're fine. That's what I do too, yep. I just ignore corrections. It's a little slower, but like, I don't have to think as hard. Of course, if you're winter tilling with 4 people, you can't really do that. Alright. Already on to Thursday. Good fall so far. Did not get the frame perfect mail there. Oh, doggy's standing up. What's he gonna do? He's going to the door. Is he leaving me forever? Oh, we already did this part. Oh, he actually did leave. I thought he was just gonna lay by the door. Oh, he walked. Okay, he's been so weird lately. He's walking into like the storage room just for no reason. I'm kind of concerned about him. He's so interesting. He just like goes over there. Hi Mass, welcome in. Been lurking for a while. Hi, I hope you enjoyed your lurk. Why do you pick up the sea urchins as well? Because, well, I guess we don't need them anymore. So to fill up those ponds, you need sea urchins to populate them. Like, they're one of the things you have to put in. Oops, I forgot to grab this. And I basically didn't have any. Now I've got a lot more, and I've just been kind of, just been kind of collecting them out of habit. Yes, I hope so, Chunky. He hasn't congratulated me yet, and I've been very upset. But yeah, we've got quite a bit now. Ooh. Oh, it's hot. Tea is hot, everyone. I'm gonna go check on him really quick, actually. I'm kind of worried. He's just like laying in there, I think. He's fine. He's just laying in the hallway now, just out of sight. I can see his butt. Yes, I've already checked everything. We can go to bed now. You can just barely see his butt. He likes to sit in places where he can see as much as possible. We call it triangulating. Oh, he came back. Hi, buddy. There. Now he's sitting inside of me. Yeah, he's very cute. You probably just got back surrounded inside. While I was on break, I let him out. And usually, when we let him out, like near bedtime, he thinks, oh, it's time to go to bed. And we carry him upstairs for bed because he likes sleeping near her. And he thought it was time for bed, even though it's only 8 o'clock. He usually goes a lot later. So then he like waited by the stairs for me to carry him up. So I brought him up here. And then he expected a treat because I think he thought we were doing the stream thing. It is bedtime, 8 p.m. Oh boy, 8 p.m. Might be later in some other places though. You've been badly lurking? That's fair. I'm getting better at that. I'm remembering not to be an idiot when I press the buttons in sequence. There, that was a good one. Guess what time it is here? Is it 8 p.m.? Sometimes you're in my time zone and sometimes you're not. I don't know how to guess what time, when it is. It's probably daylight savings fault. I actually don't need that, I don't think. I'll buy it anyways, just in case. I'm never in your time zone? I thought we were at some point. Time zones keep shifting. I'm sometimes in Frazz's. Oh, okay. I always forget Frazzle's in a different time zone. Imagine being on the East Coast and not being in EST. Truly fascinating. Yeah, that was okay to buy the cockle. Does that happen if you live in Canada and you're far enough up the coast? 9:30 for you? Yep. Which one are you stuck in? Are you a Newfoundlander? Prince Edward Island? That might be too specific if you are. What's the other one? What's the one Fraz lives in? Oh, I can't remember it. Newfie. Nova Scotia? Is that right? Ah, you're a Newfoundlander. Newfoundlander? Is that how you say it? That seems wrong. Nova Scotia's up there too. I feel like I'm missing one. It is Nova Scotia, okay. There's definitely another one along the side there. I mean, there's Quebec, but that's before it. Maybe not. Canadians, man. What you gonna do? New Brunswick. Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of? Ah, there we go. Look at all the Canadians crawling out to tell me I'm wrong. Hi, teeny tiny teacup. Hope you're doing well today. Are you in Colorado, Chunky? Oh, that's amazing. Are you going skiing or are you just hanging out by mountains? I want to go to a mountain. That sounds nice. Mountains are my favorite, like, natural landform. I'd like to point out, while that's not taking out of context, I didn't say it on purpose. You pulled me out of lurk to inform on Atlantic Canadian provinces. That's fair. I'm so disappointed in you. Oh, did Onion forget where you were? Oh no, Onion. What time is it? Onion was wrong. Perhaps. We have to see the response. Here comes the parlay. That was on purpose. I stand by myself. I thought Chicago was Colorado. To be fair, they do both start with the C. To be slightly unfair, they have almost nothing in common. Ah, I see. You're making a joke. I would love to go to Colorado. I actively choose to not go to Chicago. I could go to Chicago at any time. Not any time, but... Am I being mean to Onion? I think in some ways Onion's asking for it. Hi, Lucy. Outrun the birds! Outrun the birds! Birds can't fly nearly as fast as I can. That's definitely a 24, by the way. I really wanted to sell it at the end there. Yeah. I want to give people bingos, Onion. I'm nice like that. Get me a bingo? Do you have a board? I've never seen you win before. So I just assume you've never been playing. I actually didn't know you could have a board since you can call them. I broke bingo. I won twice. Does that count as Algo forgets onions here or whatever? I don't even think we have that as a spot. We probably should. Seems pretty fair as a spot. How do I get off of the LB? Like back onto the card. I'll be honest, surrounded inside, I have no idea. It's pretty intense. I like this. Tell me the story of your life. It's a lot of words. Can you ask me for a shorter story? I'd be willing to do it for you, but... Not saying my life was, like, full of interesting things, but, like, that's a lot to talk about. So I guess I am saying that. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and bingo was his name. Oh. Apparently there's more than one verse to that song. I feel like I never heard any of the other ones. Have you ever skied? I have skied. I can tell you the story of the time I got a upper respiratory infection that kept me in bed for a week when I was skiing. So, I don't even know how to do it, so don't worry, Onion. So I was on a ski trip with my youth group. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. And we were all hanging out. I think there was a girl there I was trying to impress or something. That's usually how these stories start. And they had a heated outdoor pool, which was really cool. So basically you're outside in the snow and ice, but you're in like a hot tub, but it's like a really big hot tub because it's basically a pool. And somebody dared me, as teenagers do, to go make a snow angel in the snow that's like just outside the pool. So, being up for anything, and also probably trying to impress someone, I immediately jumped out of the pool and just went and jumped into the snow and made a snow angel and like jumped back into the pool right afterwards. And I'm pretty sure that is the moment that I got my upper respiratory infection, because it felt like death when I did that. You just imagine going from a hot pool to jumping into a pile of snow. The jumping back into a hot pool. Yes, and then I got home from that, and I was knocked out for an entire week. I was literally unable to get out of my bed for like a whole week. I missed a whole week of school. This was back in high school. And as someone who had perfect attendance for like 3 years out of high school, it was pretty bad for me to miss a whole week of school. Make a bad joke. No. Congratulations, Onion. You won. And now I won't forget that you won. Yeah, Onion was not hiding the fact that they were asking because they wanted a bingo. I was just being nice and answering. Perfect attendance is a scam. It only incentivizes pushing yourself to unhealthy limits. That's probably true. I never, like, felt overwhelmed much in high school, though. Probably because I didn't do most of my work. Hi, Filthy Gorilla. Welcome in. Did I miss your other message? Yeah, you said hi earlier on. Alright, enjoy your lurk, Poxy. Thanks so much for hanging out. Sorry, I was telling the story. What the bartender say to the horse when the horse entered the bar? Why the long face? A donut for attendance? Well, because the school gets paid if you show up on certain days. There is a horse in the bar. Perhaps. Oh, I forgot about this, by the way. I can talk about this now because I'm never going back to that school. So, at the school I used to work at, they had count days just like every other school. That's when they like count the number of students, and then basically the school gets funding based on how many students show up, right? We were told to get candy for every student that showed up. And I actually did it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did. I like took candy orders from the students and said, if you're here on this day, you'll get candy. And I went and I bought the candy for the students. It felt good to do it because like it was fun to go shopping for the students. And it wasn't that much money because it was just some candy. I think we did all that. Sold yourself to the system. Yeah, it was a charter school too, so like it made sense why they wanted people to show up. That's like how they make money. Can we get candy for coming to stream? Sure, what do you want? I'll send it right through the chat. What kind of candy do you guys want? Bribery is known to be effective on high schoolers. I mean, I don't think it stops at high school, Holy. I think bribery is pretty effective regardless of your age. I mean, maybe if you're like 3, it might be a little harder to get to work. Babies don't care about money. Snickers, Andy's Mints, Paydays. Good choice, Ninka. Green sword, green sub badge. And everything was green. Green spectrum name color. I like how you had to add the fact that it was on the green spectrum because it's not a full green thing. What color would you call your name, Onion? It's like kind of close to like a sea green or a sea blue, but it's like a little darker. Does chocolate count as candy? I mean, there are chocolates that are candy, yes. You just want me to, like, get you chocolate? Teal? Yeah, okay, I can see the teal or turquoise. Turquoise I usually see as a little lighter. It feels like a darker turquoise, which I think teal suits nicely. Cyan's one of my favorite colors, and that one's definitely a little lighter and a little bit bluer. Or I guess a little greener. It's definitely lighter. It's very teal. My favorite is this one milk chocolate bar with lots of peanuts. You have good tastes, I'll give you that. Can you take out the chocolate? I'll take the peanuts. My doggy is scratching his ear. He's so cute. He's so dumb. Are you that itchy? Are you okay? Well, that looks like a bad itch. Hold on, let me help you with that, bud. I'll itch your ear. Is it that itchy? Ear itch taken care of. No, Chunky, I cannot. Pretty sure you'd still die if you eat the peanuts off your chocolate. Worth it. is he doing? He's so silly. If I stare at him too long, he's gonna bark. I have to not look at him. You have thumbs, don't you, Chunky? You don't need my help. Thank you, Brittany. It's good to see you again. How was your... I can't remember what you said you had to go do, but how was that? Who scratches with their thumb? I just meant, like, opposable hands that you can reach and scratch with. Unlike dogs that have to do, like, the waving thing, like they're way too excited about something. I have definitely scratched with my thumb before. It's nice for those hard-to-reach places. I think it's the duty of all pet owners to call their creatures silly at all times. Yeah, that's fair. We need the real streamer. Sneakers and Sneaky are the reason you got partnered. I wouldn't doubt it, actually. It's definitely one of the reasons. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do this before, so at the very least it's unique. It came about pretty randomly. It's not like I intended to do this at any point. It's just kind of like it fit nicely. I mean, whether or not Sneakers or Sneaky helped doesn't take away from the fact I deserved it, right? I feel like those things are aligned with each other. Ooh, that's a bad feeling. What's going on there? I might have had too much caffeine today. Well, having said that, this is decaf, so maybe just too much tea in general. I'm getting a bit of a head rush, headache sort of sitch. Dude, my dog is walking around everywhere. He's got me worried. You got me all screwed up. So much I can't turn out. You got me running about like some pretty boy. I ain't so tough. Wait, are we going down here? My kitty is the biggest goof. Kitty literally chilling out and sleeping. Yeah. Cats like sleep a lot, and then when they're awake, they're just like monsters, but in a good way. They get into the weirdest stuff. I think he's barely in frame. I want to sit up, but I also don't like sitting up. Okay, let's get back up here. It's good for my back. It's ergonomic or whatever. To sit up properly. I'd prefer not to have back pain for my entire life starting in 5 years, so posture is important. Beep, beep, go. Dang, it's Sunday already. My cat found my shirt I wore today, and since my hamper is in the laundry room instead of a sleeping bed, where it's comfier... Oh, is asleep in the... Got it. Yep, that's fair. You can't tell me that, like, when you were a kid, you didn't just, like, set up a pile of blankets and just, like, jump into them and, like, cozy up like a cat. I used to do that all the time as a kid. I would, like, collect every blanket in the house and just, like, pile them and just, like, dig myself into it. Never did that. Maybe I was just weird. That's also a possibility. Also made pillow forts. Think you'll do Slime Jack until 1.6? I was thinking Lionfish, actually, Piano. Try and get as many of those Tiger Slime eggs as possible. Just in case this trick doesn't work anymore in 1.6. I think that would be the toughest one to make up. Plus, it lets me sleep even more years, because it's very unlikely we get one. When I was a kid, I would curl up on the floor under my towel for like half an hour after every shower. That sounds so cute. I guess that kind of counts, yeah. I would just feel like very comforted when I was just like completely surrounded by blankets. Ironically, I was also claustrophobic, but like if I got myself in and I knew there was a way out, then it wasn't really a problem. It's hard to explain my reasoning, but that was basically it. What's the problem, Brady? Also, if you guys don't know Mal is a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. So is Piano. We've already shouted out Piano, though. Mal's also, like, a super awesome TikToker. If you want to see, like, the coolest music farms ever, you should check out Mal's TikTok. We should have a Mal command for Mal's TikTok. Even though I'll never click a TikTok link. TikTok? It's not your fault, Mal. It's mine. I'd say that counts. I'm trying to think of the other weird stuff I did as a kid. I think I've talked before about jumping off of like really high places. I should have broken my leg at some point. I'm so impressed that I managed to not ever break a bone. I would just climb up like really high and just jump off of it. And somehow my hips and knees are still working properly. It's kind of crazy, actually. I miss you, the angel from my nightmare. In the background of the morgue, the unsuspecting victim. Can live like Jack and Sally if you want, and you can always find me. We'll have Halloween on Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends. We'll wish this never ends. Don't waste your time on me, I'm already, you're already the voice inside my head. I miss you. My parents had to start locking the lunchroom at night so I wouldn't sleep and walk into it thinking it was a bathroom. Oh, we used to have like this, that reminds me. Wait, did you sleepwalk? Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a great story about that. Okay, so a friend of my parents, we were friends, but like not close friends. Our parents were friends, so we just hung out when our parents were hanging out a lot of the time. But we went with them like up north one time to, I think it was their place, which I was very young, so it's hard to remember. But we were just chilling downstairs. It was me and my dad up talking, or we were watching TV or a movie or something. And my friend, like about my age, had fallen asleep.
Oh, it's a person.
And like he suddenly gets up, and I think I said, or my dad said, I was just like, oh yeah, like you're finally up, and how, like you fell asleep, we were watching this, or something along those lines. And he like completely ignores us, like what's going on? He walks over to the trash can and just starts peeing in it. He was sleepwalking and he just peed in the trash can. At least he got to the trash can. Oh, that's funny, Waffles. I didn't even read that second part of the message yet. Somewhat super related. Great combo indeed. I guess I should stop drinking this because it's giving me a headache. Let's switch to water. Isn't Blink-182 touring right now? Or like soon? My dad was talking about it. They have that like new song that's like all of their old songs, or rather it's like about their band. This one here is good. You sat in the clean laundry instead of the toilet. Oh my gosh. That's like the worst place you could pee. Like you intentionally sought out the worst thing you could do. That's kind of hilarious. And impressive. I never slept walk. Apparently I slept talk a little bit when I was younger, but not like a whole lot. Still snore occasionally. Frog Tuesday? Not this Tuesday. Once per year, Onion. Yeah, at least it was already in the laundry room. You usually have to do a little extra work if things get peed on. Not that I would know. It's amazing how our brains work, isn't it, Waffles? You used to sing in your sleep. Onion, what happened? Did your sub expire like 5 minutes ago? Imagine your sub expiring while you're in chat and you don't notice. Couldn't be me. You just used it like 5 minutes ago. No more green spectrum. Twitch saw that you said like, oh, I've got 3 green things, and Twitch was like, nah, 2. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey hey hey, hello. That's how it goes, right? Oh wow, so it must have just ended. Well, I bet if you refreshed, it would go away. I've never seen that happen before, where the sub just like disappears while chatting. I swear you got like gifted a sub much more recently than that, Onion. I thought it was like in the last week. I would like to gift you. It actually does not let me from this page, which is so dumb. I have to go to my stream to gift you a sub. Separately. I guess I can do it from here, actually. I can do channel. Oh, I can hear myself. Oh, that's weird. Okay. There it is. Whoa, that's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Onion Axolotl. Axolotl? Onion Axolotl, welcome to the stack. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. The sub that no one saw coming. Doesn't even use my emotes to thank me. Imagine being so egotistical to use your own emote. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. Please don't take that seriously. Your emotes are beautiful, Onion. It says the algorithm gets to this. Who's that? Never heard of him. Doesn't say anonymous. I know, I'm way too lazy to actually make it anonymous. That requires like an extra step. Instead, I can just say it was anonymous, and then all the people who are listening can assume it was anonymous, rather than watching. Dude, do I have that many emotes? That's a lot when you put them all side by side like that. That's my emote arsenal. We should have like an emote fight, an emote off, where we all like vote in a tournament style bracket which one's better. I know, right, Mal? Isn't that so insane? Who would be nice enough to do that? Certainly no one in this chat. Ironically true. Bet. The auto petter arm. I know, I love that one. That might be my favorite of the ones I've done. The quality shift one is really cool though. I used a GIF editor online and I actually got it to work somehow. I was not expecting it to work that well. I love this song. I like axolotls. And I'm not afraid... Who knows it? Wait. Not afraid to show it? I don't care who knows it. I'm not afraid to show it. There we go. More people need to use Sneaky Lurk, by the way. Onion made this beautiful emote, and I love it so much. More people need to use it. I'll use it, even though I'm not lurking. Look at how cute it is! Oh my gosh, it's so cute! I know. Onion always does a good job, but then somehow does a better job. Every time. Yeah, it doesn't have to be used for a lurk, it's just cute. It's also like a sneaky emote. I try to make all my emotes serve two purposes. I don't think I've succeeded in that, but... Yeah, it's pretty new. We got a bunch of new emotes recently. Like, Twitch was just like... Everyone gets 5 more emotes. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Lurky turkey. And I'm like, Onion! I rang Onion's doorbell and asked for more emotes. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I need to plan out a celebration stream for partner and my 2-year anniversary. Has it been 2 years? What the heck? It feels so weird. Partner, I don't think actually gives you more emotes, unless I misunderstood it. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it did, but it might not have updated when I checked. Maybe it does, and I just missed it. I have to change what my emotes are called, too. Which would... Then I'd have to go into Nightbot and change the other things as well. Oh, okay. Let's go over here. We're doing a good job of getting through fall here. I'm feeling pretty tired now, though. It unlocks the ability to unlock more slots. Okay. That would make sense, Leah. I don't think we're particularly close to unlocking new ones, though. We might be. I thought about putting up, like, the plus points thing, but I'm pitifully far away from 100, so I don't even think putting up as a goal would be that fun. It's Friday. Football squid. I do like football squid. Finally finishing refilling my pill container. I read that sentence as pill computer like 4 times, Waffles. But that's awesome. I'm glad you got that done. I was like, what is a pill computer? What a day. You will have bad days occasionally. There's red birds in Stardew? Hey, Kitsune. I guess. I didn't even notice that there wasn't. It's pretty big. It's a month-long one. Oh, I see. So, like, it's a daily one? Oh, those are so cool. I only have to do, like, I do 4 pills a night. 2 of them are vitamins, but I take them all together. So it's easy for me to remember to just take them all. But yeah, if you've got it, like, spread out in the morning and between days and stuff, that seems like it'd be super useful. I just have all the pill bottles next to where I brush my teeth, and I just just take one of each and go. If my baby could just get out of me, that'd be awesome. I'm tired of being pregnant. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's awesome to have a kid, but it seems like a pretty tough experience overall, from what I have seen and heard. It's kind of cool that you can, like, create another one of you. 39 weeks, 1 day. You're getting close. Hey, Salami. I remember that feeling oh so well. Stack check, what the heck? Gonna slam into the deck. Ham, gotta slam. Hold up, this is my jam. I do apologize for that. It just came into my head. It felt like it needed to be said. Until my face was red. Thank goodness for the speaker for the dead. Easier to do monthly? Yeah, it's just an assignment once per month. He's full term, so it's any day now, Prism Wolf. It's gotta be, like, very exciting, but also very nerve-wracking. I wish you the best with everything there. Waffles, I feel like you've said something very similar at some point. Or someone else has said that at some point. I think they use the exact same words, too. Evacuate the uterus. Tremble at the sound. Give birth twice? I only... Oh, 22. I wonder what that feeling's like when they're turned into an adult. Was that, like, freeing in some way, Leah? I always wonder what that feels like. Big baby. Was that enough? Yeah, it's enough. Okay. He likes to give me a hard time about my baby growing up. Aww. Sounds like you guys have a great relationship, which is awesome. How's this going, by the way? We're getting kind of close on the shrimp row. Not done yet, though. My mom can't still get over the fact that 3 or 4 of her daughters have kids. Gosh, having that many grandkids must be so crazy. I wonder what it was like for my grandma. My grandma on my dad's side had 6 kids. And all of them had children? Hold on, remember? Yeah, one. Yes, all of them had children. Most of them just had 1 kid, though. But yeah, that's still a lot of grandkids. And now there's a few great-grandkids, although my grandma's no longer around. She got to see some of them, though. Alright, let's see how we're doing over here. 800. We're 200 away. 200 row away. Your niece turned 30. Oh my gosh. Man. It feels so weird to think about these things. Like, time goes fast, doesn't it? Time goes really fast. Ironically, well, I guess coincidentally here, sleeping days away. Mom has 7 grandkids between the ages of 12 and still baking. I like describing it as baking. That's very apt. There's some row. I was about to say none left. Whoops. Oh, that's it for today. Oldest son's gonna be 12 this year. Woo! That's crazy. That's about that's getting close to high school, right? Depending on where you live. Definitely middle school at that point. Nephew just turned 12. I almost died. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been an existential crisis. I just died in your arms tonight. Ah, I see. How is the row collection going? Super well. We're almost done with shrimp row. We probably will be done by the end of the year. It might be a little close though. If not, it'll be right at the beginning of next year. And we are 1 magic rock candy away from hitting the 900 mark. And then it's just 99 more magic rock candies. That's so crazy, isn't it? Like, what? This is not something I was expecting to finish in any reasonable amount of time. Dude, so many of you are the same age. Is this like a thing? Like, am I somehow reaching the demographic of people with 12-year-olds? Congratulations on the win, Honorous. Welcome in, by the way. Can we get a shout out for Honorous? Honorous is a wonderful played-up streamer here on Twitch. If you're not following Honorous, you're really missing out. Honorous has a fabulous channel and does some really fun speedruns and challenge runs of played-up. His voice was deep. Maybe he was just deeping it. I remember when I was 12, I would make my voice deep on purpose just for fun. Hey, I'm 12. One away from a bingo? What is it, Prism? I was an awful 12-year-old. I honestly think I was a pretty good kid when I was 12. I got worse, though. Not better. Like, I was a very good kid to my parents. Like, I almost never got in trouble. I never did anything, like, horrible or wrong or whatever. I got in, like, arguments with my parents from time to time, but, like, I was never, like, mad at them, you know? Not for very long. I might have a 12-year-old one day, probably skipping a few years to get there. Adoption's my plan. Oh, that's so awesome. What is it, Prism? What's your bingo? I was about to walk by Penny, decided to say hi to her, and she was worried about her mother. Immediate thought was, wow, damn, that's awkward. I just wanted to say hi and not talk about your problems. Well, one of those is easier than the other. I've been thinking a lot about D&D lately. I need to set some stuff up. I've been really bad about it. Algo talks about D&D. Can you get an unbranded something for me? It's gonna be a little tough on that one. Hit your button, Prism. And I've been thinking about some cool ideas for D&D though lately. I gotta actually make a thing. I've just been so busy. Okay, I've been stalling on purpose because we're actually gonna end here. Getting a little tired. My head hurts. That's probably the biggest reason. Not so bad that it's like painful, like really painful or anything, but bad enough that I think I'm done with streaming. My abandoned D&D character will always be famous to me. All right, don't start a new one, Onion, because we're ending. What's your character? No, we're ending right now, Prism. You can ask me later, though. I'll be glad to talk about it. I'm an Aarakocra Arcanist, which I just noticed is alliterative, which is also alliterative. Cool. All right, thanks everyone so much for hanging out today. Here, let's go ahead and click to the title here. And go to the... Oh my gosh! I'm leaving, Jess. I'm leaving. You can't make me stay, no matter how much you want it. If you all don't know Jess is a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. Absolutely incredible friend. If you're not following Jess, you absolutely should be. Jess, welcome back to the stack for the 20th month. Enjoy your emotes, your sub badges, and your ad-free viewing. I miss your face. Not if we start a hype train. Arguably no, but at the same time, I have a headache, so... Hype train next time. Don't forget frogs, you imbecile. Alright, let's go to my ending stream screen. Thank you, Jess. Also, Jess, hang out soon? Like games or something? I feel like I haven't chatted with you in a while. We'll figure it out. Outside of, like, Snapchat. Katrina, or, wait. Katrina T. I think that's right. Thank you so much for the follow. Of course, okay. I never know if you're just supposed to read that of course or of effing course. Either way, correct. Okay, who are we rating, by the way? I haven't even, like, managed to think things through here. Can I, like, double open this tab? Did not expect to do that. That was weird. If you middle-click tabs, it closes them? How long has that been the case for? I've never done that before. That's crazy. DM me? Of course. We're probably rating into Cord. Though there's some other targets as well. Yeah, let's raid the Cord, though. Oh, crap, I did the thing again. Cord is live. Yes, Cord is live. Creator dashboard. Manage stream. Raid channel. I want to be able to read chat, so I've been opening up another tab to do a raid. Because the new raid thing, like, completely covers the screen, and I can't read chat. It's kind of annoying. I wish you could still read chat. Anyways, thanks everyone so much for hanging out today. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your night. I hope you had a good time tonight. I've been doing some shorter streams lately. I'd like to go longer, but I've been tired. We'll do a longer stream tomorrow, hopefully. We're going to be continuing with this. Definitely finishing the year tomorrow. Maybe even finishing another? Probably not. We'll definitely get to snails too, which is exciting. Anyways, thanks everyone so much for hanging out tonight. I'll catch you all in the future. It was so lovely to see ya. Bye Plush, bye Waffles, bye Prism, bye Ninka, bye Icy Diamonds, bye Jess, bye Misty, bye Poxy, bye Onion, see you later Leah, bye Kitsune, bye Mal, bye Azzy, oh my gosh, I'm so bad, bye Salami. See you all later. Bye. Good night, Surrounded Inside. How much time do I have? It doesn't have, like, the bar anymore. How am I know it's supposed to raid? It doesn't tell me. Okay, we're raiding in. Bye, everyone.